Welcome to Product HQ. This video is to show you how to set up your first roadmap within the platform. To set up your roadmap, click on Roadmaps and Gantt chart. This is where you'll see your visual roadmap built out over time. Your roadmap will consist of releases that you assign different start and end dates to your timeline. You can name them whatever you would like. If you do monthly, weekly, or quarter releases, you could set them up in as many as you need in advance or in as many releases that make up your time frame. This one will set up for a release cycle starting on December 1st and ending on December 31st. Once added, we have the option if I would like to include this release on our public roadmap so that other folks such as your customers or team members can see this release in being visible. Once the release is added, you'll see that within your roadmap, and you can click into the release to see the release details. Within the release, you can see the features that you've included. To add features at this time, you can promote existing features from your feature board into this release by simply clicking Add Existing, add them to your release, and close the form. Now those items that have been tracked as feature backlog items are now associated within this release. You can see those releases within your feature tab, and from here can define estimates and priorities associated with them. If you know, for example, that this item will take 2 hours and you want to set this to be your highest priority change, you can go ahead and assign that as your top priority. If you want to set this one for 8 hours of completion with a second priority, you could do that as well. Now you have items and features that are associated within your release. Those items will now show within your Gantt chart. And again, you can add as many releases as needed to track your backlog and your planned completion of those items over time. Once in flight, you can use the release board to see the status of your releases, and again, in any given release, click on it to open the release details, and from within the release details, you can see those features and the board associated with that. As your team works on items, you can see the cards, and as they complete it, they can move it along the way through the workflow to track it all the way to completion. You can also define milestones that you would like to track about this release and team discussions about any of the release overall or specific features that make up the items.